AITAH for telling my mom that if she invites my abusive uncle to Thanksgiving, I'm not coming? Hi Reddit, I, 28F, have been going back and forth on this, and I need some outside perspective. So, for context, I grew up in a big, traditional family where family comes first is practically a commandment. But there's one person who has always made that really hard, my Uncle Dave, Mom's brother. Growing up, Uncle Dave was the funny drunk at family gatherings until you were old enough to realize he was actually just a mean, angry alcoholic. He never hit me or anyone, to my knowledge. But he was emotionally abusive, constantly criticizing, mocking, and saying things that bordered on cruel under the guise of just joking. When I was 13, he called me Pudgy Piglet at Thanksgiving dinner in front of everyone. Everyone laughed. I cried in the bathroom for an hour. Over the years, it got worse. When I was 17 and came out as bi, he made a huge scene at Christmas. Called me gross, told my dad to fix me, and said I'd grow out of my teenage attention phase. My mom told me to let it go because he's from a different time. Fast forward to now. I've been in therapy, I have boundaries, and I've learned to distance myself from toxic family. I live out of state and only go back for major holidays. My partner of 3 years, 29M, has never met Dave. Because I've specifically avoided any event he attends. Last week, my mom called to finalize Thanksgiving plans. She sounded excited, she's hosting, and everyone's coming, including Dave. I told her gently but firmly that if Dave is going to be there, I won't be. I said I love her, but I can't be in the same room with someone who has made me feel unsafe and unwelcome my entire life. I even offered to come by the next day and help with cleanup or spend time with her separately. She was quiet for a moment, then said, "So you're making me choose between my daughter and my brother?" I told her no, she can invite whoever she wants, but I also get to choose where I feel safe. She hung up without saying goodbye. Now my sister, 26F, says I'm being dramatic and divisive, and my mom hasn't called back. My partner says I did the right thing, but part of me wonders if I'm just stirring up old drama. So, Reddit, AITAH for saying I won't come to Thanksgiving if Uncle Dave is invited? First update. Wow, I did not expect this much feedback. Thank you to everyone who responded, both those who supported me and those who gave respectful opposing views. I wanted to give a quick update because a lot has happened in just a few days. First, my mom finally called me back. She apologized for hanging up and said she's just overwhelmed and tired of conflict. She told me she's not uninviting Uncle Dave, but she hopes I'll be the bigger person and come anyway. For the sake of family unity, I told her I appreciated the call and that I understood where she was coming from, but my decision stands. I said I won't argue or try to change her mind about Dave. But I need to prioritize my own mental health. That's when things went sideways. She got upset and accused me of holding a grudge. She said I'm letting therapy turn me against my own family. When I brought up specific examples of Dave's behavior, the biphobic comments, the body shaming, she said I was too sensitive, and that he doesn't mean anything by it. That hurt more than I expected. I ended the call by saying I'd love to see her another time. Maybe after the holidays, but I'm not budging on Thanksgiving. My sister then sent a massive group text to me, my mom, and my 2 cousins saying I'm being selfish, ruining traditions, and that I don't know how to forgive. One cousin privately messaged me after to say she actually agrees with me but is too scared to say anything publicly. So, yeah, a bit of a mess. But strangely, I feel at peace with my choice. Still hurts though, a lot. Final update. Hey everyone, hope those who celebrated had a decent Thanksgiving. Here's what happened. So, I did not go to Thanksgiving. I ended up having a small Friendsgiving with my partner, his sister, and a few of our neighbors. It was relaxed, warm, and honestly the first holiday in years where I didn't have anxiety in my stomach the whole time. But then something unexpected happened. The day after Thanksgiving, I got a message from my mom. She said she missed me and wanted to talk. We got on a video call, and to my surprise, she actually apologized. She told me that things got tense at the dinner. Dave got drunk, shocker, and made a comment about my absence being due to that whole snowflake bisexual phase. Apparently, my cousin, the same one who privately agreed with me, snapped. She told him to shut up and said, maybe if you didn't treat people like garbage, they'd actually want to spend holidays with you. The room went silent. My mom said she felt embarrassed, especially seeing the younger generation so clearly disgusted by his behavior. I think, for the first time, she realized it wasn't just me. She admitted she's enabled him for years because he's family and she hates confrontation. But she said she's going to start setting her own boundaries, maybe starting with Christmas. No promises. But it's something. As for me, I don't regret missing Thanksgiving. I'm finally starting to see that loving your family doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It means respecting yourself enough to draw lines when needed. Thanks again to everyone who weighed in. Sometimes the internet is exactly what you need.